Hello and welcome back to our HIP New World Order campaign. In our last episode we helped our niece down here in Jerusalem win the jihad that was declared on her for her kingdom. And when I say helped, we did 99% of all the work, but so she picked up the cool nickname, of course, and we get absolutely no credit. But that's fine. She's now known as Queen Adelaide the Hammer of Jerusalem. We are about to declare our own holy war down here for the remainder of the Kingdom of Antioch, or actually not quite the entire remainder of it, because we have one county, where is it, down here, that is in a different duchy. But we should be able to take this one other duchy up here. So I think we'll just go ahead and declare this immediately. Except that we have raised army levies. Alright, we still have some raised up here, don't we? We can get those disbanded, and these boats too. And we could go into hiding, I think, because we are under the impression excuse me, under the impression that somebody is plotting to kill us, but I think that's just because we're paranoid, so let's not. We'll just go ahead and declare, which now we should be able to do. So is it the Duchy of Aleppo? No, that's in a different kingdom. Riha, okay. And the other county would be Tripoli. So I guess we could probably declare a de jure war for that later. But for now we'll take the whole duchy up here. So we have our 6,000-ish retinue in place already. We can raise the liege levy of the Queen of Antioch here, which is none too impressive, but it'll help, I guess. And we'll raise... I guess we can't raise any levy from him. That's fine. And I think we'll call in our allies, since they definitely owe us one. Jerusalem does, at least. I don't think we'll bother calling in Al-Andalus, Aquitaine, or Brittany, since they are unlikely to actually get troops over here in an effective manner. And let's see, we should be able to raise the levy of Bayern down here, which is pretty convenient. Only about 3,000, and not enough boats. I don't really want to raise my entire levy to fight this if possible. Okay, that'll be a bit better. And let's see, we can raise the levy of Flanders, maybe? It's a reasonable amount. And we raised your levy as well, which apparently we cannot do. Well, that's fine. We'll just do without it, I suppose. This 13,000 from Flanders should be reasonable, and if we raise, say, Saxonies as well, another 13,000. I think this will probably give us enough troops to take care of it. And we'll raise our boats this way. Already have some raised, apparently. Alright, those are the ones down here, of course. But no, that doesn't account for all of them. Let's see. Oh, up here. Okay, I guess we have some land up in Ulster for some reason. That's fine, we'll just disband these boats. And we'll raise them manually instead. There'll be plenty to take care of you. And I guess we raised Saxony's boats already? No? Subjugation of a baron declared by the Aztecs. Doesn't really seem like an efficient use of their time, but that's okay. Jerusalem is coming into the war. As well they might. I meant to merge instead of split, there we go. This isn't enough to hold this many troops. It should be plenty. Are they just in the wrong county? Oh dear, my body may be sapless and infirm, but my mind is as healthy as ever. So we are infirm, which is pretty bad. We're probably going to die very soon. Get you on your boats, and you on these boats. And get them on their way down here. Jerusalem's armies are raised. Hopefully they'll actually do something this time instead of just standing around. That would be great. We'll get you on the way over too. And we'll keep an eye on Andalusia's war over here, though they shouldn't have any problems winning this. Aquitaine is helping out pretty well. And Brittany even has some troops down here. So there is a relatively large enemy army over here. Probably going to beat this Jerusalem army. The main army from Jerusalem is headed off down in this direction for some reason. Well, at least they're not standing around doing nothing, I guess. We should probably prioritize getting some armies into our war goal, though. And they did indeed take out that army from Jerusalem. Population of wolves in Hessen has grown to such size that their attacks on livestock, once rare, have increased in number and are damaging the local economy. Bad to hear. We get slightly lower attacks and increased build time. Not really a big deal. The lady almost ran me down as I entered the hall. Tearfully she told me that my grandson Otto had insulted her again. Well, I think we'll allow him to become honest. That seems okay. And we gained a tithe, which is pretty good too. And we have a new vassal queen of Saxony, who is a dwarf. Okay. He is relatively pleased with me. Let's see if we can get her married to a member of our dynasty for the opinion bonus. Yeah, and even she'll accept a non-matrilineal marriage, so the future rulers of Saxony should be of our dynasty, which will also help out with opinion. So that seems like a good idea. Alright, he's won his war, that's fine. At the age of 31, our daughter Raffaella, who was married to the King of Brittany, has died of camp fever. Oh, it's sad. He did give him a granddaughter, though. Okay. Not of our dynasty, so I guess we don't really care about her. But our other armies are almost here. Subjugation of Rutland, I guess, is over here in Britain. Okay. It is only a matter of time, I think, before they declare on Andalusia, probably, or maybe some of the neighbouring Muslim characters. And we will have to fight them at that point, but for now, we'll just ignore whatever they're getting up to. Send this army up this way. And you can come around here. And I think we're sieging the entire war goal. The studies you have conducted in your observatory have convinced you that there are many strange things beyond the known cosmos. There are few sources and no one to share knowledge with you, however, but you have heard of a strange old scholar in the Arabian desert who is rumoured to possess vast knowledge of the weird. We can spend 80 gold to go and see him, or we can stop because we're scared. No, we'll definitely go and see him. And I heard the sound that meant somebody was offering us something or calling us to war, but apparently they changed their mind. It is just 4 counties in here, is that right? Yep. So we're sieging all of them. And Jerusalem is apparently just going to keep their army parked down here. Great, that's a good help. I wonder if we raise this guy's army on top here, will they follow? No, of course not. You need to get our kinsman here an education. I'll just give him to a random courtier, I suppose. And this is our grandson. He is a grandson of our heir, but I don't think we're going to have him inherit, most likely. So we'll just use him for opinion. We can give him to the King of Flanders. Or even the Queen of Saxony. Our lower crown authority is getting a little large, so we might want to give some gold out here. Or honorary titles if we have those. Arch-Chancellor of Italy. Okay. Sure. You can be Master of the Horse. And also Court Dwarf. If that helps. It's not actually dangerous yet anyway, so more of a precautionary measure. Okay, and there's a large-ish enemy army here. They're coming to attack us in the desert, unfortunately, so no terrain advantage. There is a river crossing, though. So let's see. I think we'll just send in this whole army. It can get there relatively quickly, so I think we'll let them attack and actually fight the battle. Make sure we have our best characters here. Ooh, no, you stay where you are. They're going to arrive... well, the bulk of it will arrive on the 2nd of January, so we'll just wait 1 day. And wait for the autosave, of course. We should be able to send them now. And hope they hold out long enough. And we can invest in culture tech. I suppose we'll just catch up on some of the ones we're further behind in. Let's see how this goes. Only 3 days for the reinforcements to get there, so I think we're going to do just fine here. And there they are. That definitely turned the tide. The Necronomicon. You arrive at the abode of the strange old scholar Ibrahim. After some persuasion, he invites you in. You speak at length, and he tells you of the scholar Abdul the Mad, who knew many things of the strange spheres beyond, and of talking beings that are not human. You find out that Abdul the Mad wrote a book called the Necronomicon, in which he recorded many strange and unholy truths. Ibrahim says that he is impressed by your sincerity and desire for knowledge. He can sell you a copy of the book, as he is impressed. He tells you to beware, however, as too much intense study of the Necronomicon is said to drive the reader insane. So we can buy it for 100 gold, get -2 piety monthly, -1 diplomacy, +2 learning, and 30 cultural tech points. Actually, we get the tech points either way, but how could we turn down a chance to purchase the Necronomicon? Alright, so we won the battle, no problem. The enemy army is headed to Halab. I guess we'll just let it go there. Where am I? Who are these people? Oh, pretty colors. So we are no longer just infirm, we are incapable now. Perhaps due to our study of the Necronomicon, who knows? So our regent is going to be somebody, let's find out. Our husband, makes sense. And we need to get our grandson auto-educated by somebody else, since we're no longer capable of doing it. Let's see. I think we are more concerned about making sure he gets good traits than using him for opinion, so... Rather he didn't become chaste, or Russian, or a lunatic. Seems like a pretty good selection of traits here, though he's only a fortune builder. I'd prefer Midas touched if possible. Here's another decent selection of traits. She's only skilled tactician though. We could go with the Grandmere of Gelderen, but unfortunately he's Dutch. Melissa, you will do just fine. Our daughter. Okay. So, hopefully we die sooner rather than later and inherit as our other daughter, Princess Damiana here. She's already getting up in years herself, she's 42 already. Sooner we inherit the better at this point, I think. King Arnold of Bavaria sends word of enemies found at Ravenden. We will put them all in the dungeons. So this army is probably too small to attack any of our other remaining armies in here now. We should be free to hopefully siege the rest of our Wargull. Flanders is declaring a war, okay. And it looks like Andalusia have almost completed their war. Should be over any minute now. Meanwhile, Jerusalem still has their main army down here doing nothing. Have they changed their mind about following my army, maybe? No, okay. Just let them stay there. And a big army from Rome is marching through and making my army suffer attrition. Who are you at war with? This guy, okay. Well, I wish you would march somewhere else, but I suppose there's anything we can do about it. And no sign of any other armies from the Mesudids yet. They are defending against a Catholic uprising right now as well, so maybe that's distracting them. They have 42,000 troops, so if they brought all of those to bear on us, we might have a bit of a problem. But we're going to have to wait until the next episode to find out, because we're out of time for now, so thanks for watching, and join me again then.